The Blaenau Gwent and Caerphilly Youth Offending Service have produced this DVD to raise awareness of the restorative justice opportunities for victims of youth crime and young people involved with our service. We hope that this DVD will be informative, increase the engagement levels of victims and young people in restorative justice opportunities, and raise general awareness for professionals and members of the public. Victims and young people will discuss their views, feelings and understanding regarding different aspects of their restorative justice experience, and describe how they felt before and after any form of engagement. This DVD allows victims to feed back their experiences in a constructive manner to hopefully help other victims. We hope that their stories will allow victims and young people to recognise their own fears or barriers while being able to identify with some of the feelings and experiences highlighted by the DVD. Finally, we hope to highlight to police officers and other agencies and professionals the good outcomes achieved via restorative justice work and why it's vital that victim details are passed to the Youth Offending Service and that Youth Offending Service victim services are promoted by everyone in the criminal justice system.
From 2001, the Youth Justice Board of England and Wales set up youth offending services throughout the country. And as part of the service, they set up a process which is restorative justice. And this helps for all victims of juvenile crime, that is where the young offender is aged from 10 years of age up until their 18th birthday.
The Youth Offending Service is a multi-agency team. We are made up from staff from social services, police, health, probation, education and the voluntary agencies locally. As part of our role, we support and engage victims of youth crime. This is a real essential part of the work that we do. It allows us to, once we identify victims of crime, to contact them and offer our services. The services we offer is via our victim liaison worker, Jo Griffiths. Jo's role as a police officer seconded to our team is to identify victims of youth crime locally and to contact them to offer and explain what services and support we can give victims of youth crime. Part of the reason we involve victims of youth crime in the services that we provide to young people is to make young people aware of the consequences of their behaviour on others. Obviously, one element to this is on the actual victim of the crime that's been committed. It's also on the young person and the young person's family. As part of his role, Jo Griffiths, the victim liaison officer within our service, contacts victims to offer them a number of opportunities to be involved in the outcome involving the young person's court appearance. The first one is attendance at panels if the young person has received a referral order. This is an opportunity for a victim of youth crime to go along to the panel and explain to the panel members the exact impact of the young person's actions. Another option is a victimless conference, where the young person and support for the young person is involved in meeting with a representative, or the views of the victim are given by a member of the Youth Offending Service during that conference to once again highlight the impact on the victim of that young person's actions. Another option available is that the victim can receive a letter of apology or explanation written by the young person. Another option available as well as that is a face-to-face apology, where the victim can meet in a more informal setting with a young person to allow the young person to offer an apology and an explanation for their actions. As part of our ongoing service, recently we've also started to offer victims of youth crime the opportunity to either tape record a message or their views to be played to a young person, or to be video filmed, and the video will actually be played to the young person, allowing therefore their emotions and their body language to also be shown to the young person to highlight distress or resolution.
I'm Lana Harrison and I'm the volunteer manager for victim support in the Caerphilly Borough. I'm responsible for managing volunteers in the area who would then go out to visit victims in their own homes We offer emotional support, practical advice. Our volunteers are specially trained, and they would be trained in all areas of helping and supporting victims, from crimes what some people class as petty crimes, small burglaries, to the other end of the scale then, which would be supporting families of sexual offences, or even supporting victims of families who've been bereaved by murder. There's also an opportunity for the victim liaison officer in the youth offending service to actually refer into ourselves as well at a later stage, generally after the court outcome. But for some victims, up to the court case, they've got so much going on, they may not even feel like they need any support. But after that time, when everything seems to calm down, and especially if they've got emotional issues and they feel they haven't quite come to terms with what's been happening, then that's the perfect time as well for us to still be involved and help the victims.
Hello, Mrs. Turner.
Hello.
How are you? PC
Haven't
Gould
seen
again.
you for a while.
A little update for you.
Yeah.
Some good news. We arrested the lad who stole the garden lights. We've interviewed him,
I'm
and he
impressed.
has admitted the offence.
Oh, well, I'm pleased because I didn't think. I thought he just.
He is due to go to court because he's had several cautions before.
Right.
So he does have to go to court for this
Okay,
case, I'm afraid.
So what do you reckon is going to happen to him?
Well,
now
it's
then?
likely that he'll receive some form of community order,
Right.
possibly to work with the youth offending team to address his behaviour.
Right.
'Cause there are several issues that are worrying with him at the moment.
So I'm just worried. He'll want to come and do the same thing again, or even if not me, somebody else.
We can involve you in the case, so to speak. You would be able to take part in an apology from that young person to yourself.
Really?